I have Kevin Vincent here from Coventry University, and Kevin, you are somebody who really understands transport and the future of transport. Talk to me about the work you do at the university.
So we do a lot of research around future mobility systems, how they interact with the environment, and how new systems like mobility as a service will affect take-up of sort of customer trust and perception. And it's a mix, really. It's a mix of automated systems and electric systems. So let's assume that mobility in the future is going to be 100% electric by at least 2040. And looking at the roadmap to autonomy, we're looking to get to about 2030 by the time we get highly automated systems in place. One in effect, is going to run in parallel with the other. However, if we don't get the safety case right, so a lot of work we do is around the safety case for these vehicles, so that they offer a seamless service that's tested, validated, and seamless. Yeah.
So are the risks that you look at simple things like preventing accidents, for instance, with cyclists, people walking out, running over the cat, that kind of thing? Is that the kind of risk management that you have to do?
There's two elements to that. So there's passive safety and active safety. So historically we've looked at active safety and passive safety as two separate things. Passive safety, by which I mean mitigating the effects of an accident when it happens. So we work in traumatology, we look at modelling what effect impacts have on the body. In essence, we're now hoping that that's a dead subject, because in the future we won't need passive safety because it's all active. So therefore we look at new sensor fusion techniques so that our vehicles will identify their surroundings and the environment, how it interacts with the environment, so it recognises risks, pedestrians, for example, how to interact with them, how to avoid them, and it's a human-machine interface that's important. So it's a measure of intent. So we work around the vehicle has to understand the intent of the pedestrian, and that requires a lot of artificial intelligence, deep neural network learning, and machine learning in vehicle. So we look at posture of people in the road space, and by that we can infer whether they're going to leap out in front of the vehicle.
How far away do you think we are from fully autonomous, 100% safe vehicles? Is it ever going to be a reality?
I'd like to think that we probably will see that in about 20 years. I think we could be 20 years away. In this subject, though, there's no right or wrong answer. There's no right or wrong answer. The chief executive of VW said it'll be 2050, and I wouldn't argue with that. But what we are is on a journey. So by 2030, if we look at the Zenzik roadmap, which is a sort of overarching body for developing the UK CAV testbed ecosystem, by 2030 we should have highly automated vehicles. So we'll be offering the opportunity for people to engage in things like highway chauffeur, where you can be effectively, for a prescribed journey, so within a defined scenario, you can be what we call feet off, hands off, and mind off. So that's the way we like to sort of refer to kind of levels of autonomy now. That makes it simple for people to understand, because what we see at the moment is that sort of limited levels of automation, like you have what we call level 2 autonomy, where you have two elements of automation operating at the same time. So you might have a lane keep assist plus an adaptive cruise control. So you can be hands off the wheel, feet off, but you've got to remain alert. What we find is that people don't understand that, and they might grab out their iPad or take a snooze right now and here and now. So we've got to give a message to people as well. It's about that trust and perception, so that people get the message that manage their expectation for what is achievable now, so we don't get technology misused. And that, if it's misused, it'll push back acceptance and trust in systems.
And ultimately, this is not some sort of high-level vanity project. This is very important for Team UK, Team GB, that economically we've got to get this right, because our car industry will decline over years as the world's car industries decline, and connected and autonomous for the UK could be the answer.
I think it absolutely is the answer, and a fantastic example of that is a company called Imperium Drive, based in Germany. It's just relocated some of its operations to the UK because it can't access test facilities on the public road in the UK as it can in Germany as it can in the UK. So we have a code of practice, we have a safety framework, we have a cyber safety framework now, and that allows them to come into the UK and test on private and public roads and accelerate their business plan. So it makes the UK attractive to foreign companies to come in and test and validate their services. So, and the nice thing about Coventry at the moment is it's part of the UK CAV testbed. So there's 3 projects out of 6, all based in this region, with support from Transport West Midlands, from Coventry City Council, from the 2 universities in the area, and other industry players like Hariba Myra. And what we're trying to do there is create these systems, but also feed that back into filling the skills gap, because it's one thing to create the environment for UK PLC to benefit. What we also need is providing a pipeline of people with the right skills to grow businesses and provide those services in the future.
Absolutely critical what you're doing, Kevin. Thank you for taking the time to talk to us. I'm sure you've got much better things to be doing. Go and save the world. Thank you.